on the history of the black church from slavery to present. For those who can come out, again, Wednesday from 6 to 7 to just 1 hour. The Social Service Committee, along with our nursing corps, have tables set up next door to take your blood pressure, and they mentioned BMI, body mass index. Just because you don't think you're big, you might be big, according to the scale. And just because you don't feel like your blood pressure is high, that don't mean your blood pressure is not high. Blood pressure is a silent killer. And so again, we have tables set up, and they'll be glad confidentially to take your blood pressure and to let you know how you're doing. Again, I'm going to thank the social service and our nursing corps for doing that. The Lord is concerned with the whole temple, and we want to keep our people well. In that same line, when you go over there today, not only you'll be able to get your blood pressure taken or sign up for the Alumni Association, but we also have pictures being taken today. Our Cancer Society, we do it. They're taking Valentine's pictures. They're free. We just ask you to give them some kind of donation if you can. But again, you have your pretty Valentine. You look so pretty out there today. Have your picture taken. And our proceeds go to our cancer support group. On next Saturday at 10 o'clock, our annual Black History program. Sherry Jackson, CBS 42 will be here. I do want you all to come out and support our Black History program. She's the keynote speaker, but we also have the Afro-American Gospel Choir from the University of Alabama. Started that choir the choir was started in 1971 with 14 members, and they're still going strong. So yeah, they'll be here too. So please come out. The program committee been working hard again, so we're looking forward to listening to Sherry Jackson and the great singer by the Afro-American Choir from the University of Alabama. Mike and Grant, thank y'all for going by Miss Ruth Bentley house. And she was one of our members that's homebound. She can't get out, but she sends her tithe. She pays the money, but she wanted to watch the broadcast. Fanny, she had a DVD, but it did not work. So they went by there and took her a tape and fixed her DVD, so now she can watch our services. And we like doing those. And for other members that may be homebound, if they don't have a DVD, we'll buy them one. They ain't gonna charge them nothing. We'll buy it and deliver the tape to them. That's what we're supposed to do. When they was able, they came to church. So for some of them, it's night in their life. And we still have to support them now. And we will do it. And we want to do it. And not going to charge them not one dime to do so. Thank you, Mike and Grant, for going by there and doing that. Our fishing ministry, the fishing ministry, going to kick off on March 28th, our first fishing trip. For those who would like to go fishing, you can see Will again named Whitney today. For those who are interested in going fishing, we're going back to Camp Tuscoba, right there in Northport. Again, March the 28th. Again, March 28th, you can see Will, give Will your name or give Whitney your name for those who are interested. And you don't have to be a member of our church to be part of our fishing ministry. If you would like to go fishing, it's a very nice place, nice lake up there. And so that's on March 28th. You can see Whitney give your name to Will. Grace and Jeremiah, didn't they do a good job? Yeah. I thank Gail for keeping Grace here. She's a very good speaker. Jeremiah, I love Jeremiah. I tell him one day I'm going to get my hair like Jeremiah, you know. We'll often tell him that, you know. But when we see our young men and our young women, the things that they do, we ought to encourage them. You know, it takes a lot to get up and speak in front of people, a lot of people. I be nervous. I do it all the time. I'm still nervous, you know. And so, in fact, when you quit being nervous, then you got cocky and arrogant, and then you're going to need time for you to sit down. So, but again, I want to thank you all. Thank the parents for letting those young people come up there and do that special moment in Black History. Jerry's not here, I don't think. Jerry? Huh? You can't miss him. Oh, stand up, Jerry. Yeah. Now, Jerry know that ain't the uniform today, don't he? But he look good, don't he? Wear that red suit. Scoper, you see that, don't you? Look good, Jerry. They had a great Eastern Star meeting here on yesterday. Oh, they had so many people here yesterday from all districts. The people was here, the Eastern Star, the patrons and matrons and the deputy directors. And I had a chance to welcome them here. But again, thank you, Jerry, and all that. And Jerry, ain't many folks, George, can wear red shoes and a red suit and get away with it. Jerry can surely do that. I got a chance yesterday, me and my wife, to go to the movie. Yes, I went to see Bad Boy. They told me you don't need to go because they doing all that cussing. Well, they cuss all the time. If I quit watching a movie because they cursing it, I wouldn't watch nothing. Bad boy, what you gonna do when they come for you? Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with the pastor going to the movie. I ain't heard folks cuss before. You'd heard folks cuss before. Some of y'all still cussing. Don't want to share to the pastor. Pastor, you don't need to hear all that. No, I'm going. Yeah, I went right there and ate me some popcorn. Yeah, how you gonna go to the movie without eating popcorn? Yeah. I remember a time that food was so high though, I used to go to the little service station and put it in my Oh, y'all do the same thing. Yeah, like I'm the only one. God, I ain't the only one. Slip food in the movie. Brock, they know that. Let me mention, run on as I get ready to go to a close. I mention all the time, with Family Day, our young people have a Family Day plan for the 28th, and we have so many activities at church. We be doing so many things. These doors stay open 24/7 nearly, but always something going on with Beulah. But on the 28th, they're planning a Family Day just for families. And come on out and enjoy, bring your families. We just have a fun night together as family. We're probably doing movie night again coming up before long. Last year we did a movie night once a month where you can come out and enjoy your movie with your family. So we have a game night coming up on the 28th. Again, have some wholesome fun here again with your family. And we'll be talking more about that on the 28th. Huh? Y'all just come on out anytime y'all want to here. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Oh, it don't matter. Come tonight if you want to. Let me mention some on a serious note. You know, our church have apartments and we have houses, and we only have 3 apartments left. We only have 3 left, and we only have 1 house right now that's available. So it's going to be a first come, first served basis. Business here, if you're interested in your apartment, interested in a house, you can see Bennett right now. We got some people say they were going to pay, they have not. It's going to be a first come, first served basis. But let me tell you something, whether you rent from us or rent from anywhere else, you got to have a place to stay. And you need to start making your housing a priority. You may not get your house fixed this week. You may not can get your nails done, okay? You may not can go to the club this weekend. You got to have a place to stay. Your cell phone is not a priority. Cable TV is not a priority. You got to have a place to stay. Whether you stay here or anywhere else. Learn to take care of your rent. Have a roof over the head of you and your family. Let some of this other stuff go. You might be cute, but you ain't got a place to stay. Yeah. I'm just real. I just want to just tell you like a TIS. You know, wherever you go, whether with us in the West, have a place for you and your family. Pay your rent. Pay your rent. Let some of this other stuff go. You know, pay your rent. Okay. Lou, the old golden ages, old-fashioned dinner, Tuesday. What time? What's an old-fashioned dinner? What y'all got? Pig feet. Oh, have mercy. Neck bone. Y'all don't get y'all blood pressure checked today, yes. Old-fashioned dinner, Tuesday, our senior citizens. Come on out and enjoy. They do this once a year, old-fashioned dinner. You know, it's all right to eat, you just have to eat in moderation. If the doctor tell you not to eat certain food, just don't eat them. At 10 o'clock, Lou? At 9 o'clock, come on out. Lou and Stint do a great job with our seniors, and we got a great senior citizen ministry. You might have been hearing some of our ads that's running on the radio. We got ads running. Mike, I heard yours today. We got ads running on the radio while our Joe and Beulah. They're running on 105.1, the block, 92.9, and 790. Again, and we have some going to be running in the Birmingham market also. Again, and I want to appreciate, I don't know if Pete here today. Pete, you here? Pete, the stuff that you recorded now being played out on the airways, man. So yeah, and again, thank you. Thank all those who participated in it, who did some of the recordings for us again. So people know if they're looking for a church home, we are here and we are available. And for various reasons, we got many ministries, and that's why they do what they do. On a sad note, I'm sad to announce, it happened this morning, the passing of one of our very own Brother Joe Ash. Brother Ash, as you know, is a member of our male choir, and he would have been here this morning. He passed this morning. That's why Pat, my wife, and Donna is not here. And so let's keep that family up in our prayers. You know, we often say, you know, none of us know what death is, and we all are sick enough to die. Right now, we all are sick enough to die. The leaning tree is not the first one to fall. The leaning tree is not the first one to fall. And that's reading the Bible say, be ready. That's the minimum requirement, is just be ready. Because you know not the day nor the hour when the Son of Man coming, but we do know he's coming. But again, let's keep that prayer and that family in mind. I went to the hospital a few minutes ago to greet the family, and before I left, one of the things I told them is that sometimes when you don't know what to say, don't say nothing. I can't go out there and say I know how you feel and I'm this and that. But what I can tell you that in the midst of this, God is still a good God. He's still a good God, and he's still good all the time. God bless you. God keep you again this beautiful Sunday morning.
God's been mighty good to all of us. I would just like to say, it said, go red. My mother passed some 30 years ago, age 42, massive heart attack. I always said, I worked at the hospital all those years. I said, I was going to try to make a difference to help somebody, show some signs or whatever the case may be. So I'm here just only for representation. I was talking to the family this morning, Brother Joe Ash, and Pat said he was getting ready to come to church. So you never know. Do what you can. Oh, you ought to be. Just one more time. Lord, I know that you did not. Oh, I'm so. Oh, I am. Are you glad? Yes, I am. You ought to be glad. Just one more. Lord, I know that you didn't have to let Jerry live. Oh, I'm glad. One more time. Oh, church arm. Church, you ought to be glad. Oh, one more. Lord, I know you didn't have to let Jerry live. Oh, one more. One more time. Oh, well, I said one more time. One more time. Oh! Well, church out. Somebody out there, you just ought to be glad. Oh, one more. Lord, I know you. I'm a living witness, y'all. Oh, one more. Oh, one more. Oh, I am glad. Church, you ought to be glad. You ought to have a testimony. I am so glad. I'm a living witness. Hey. Oh, one more time. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
No, I can't get this mic and not say anything about my brother Joe. This is going to be for him. Oh, I'm so glad I've been saved and sanctified. I'm so glad. Yeah. Don't you know I said I want to thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's do it again, y'all. I said I'm so glad I've been saved and sanctified. I'm so glad. Come on. Lord, I've been, I said I want to thank you. That Jesus died up on the cross. I was saved and sanctified. Yeah, well, I said I want to thank you, Lord. I said I want to thank you. wanna thank you. I thank you for Daniel in the lion's den. The 3 Hebrew boys in the fire was burning. He healed the issue of blood with the hem of his garment. And the blind man see, a lame man walk. They call on Lazarus to get up from the grave. And then called Moses and said, peace be still. I said, he called on Moses who parted the Red Sea. He said, peace be still. He said, peace be still. And parted the Red Sea. He parted the Red Sea. Said the wind stopped blowing and the thunder stopped rolling. I said thank you. I said thank you. And you know what he done when he touched you this morning and you were alone in your right mind. He put food on your table. He put clothes on your back. I said, did you thank him? I said, did you thank him for all the things he's done? For all the things. Come on, Jesus. Did you thank him? Thank you for my mother. I thank you for my father, my sister and brother. I said all of our children. Say yes, I thank you. I say yes, I thank you. Thank you this morning. Thank you this morning. Oh, thank you.
All right, Tyrone. That's all right there. I like that. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, that's a Beulah. Yeah. Beulah male choir. They're really singing good. I often say that Beulah is blessed. Beulah is blessed to have an abundance of men at our church. All ages of men. They sound so good up there. They all sound good. Singing their hearts out. Thank you so much, Jennifer. Thank you. Thank you. Jerry and Tyrone put all they got into it. All they got. And whatever you do for the Lord, you ought to put all you got into it. Again, it's time to give. And giving is always the test of the heart. And for those who are watching us on the broadcast, if you like to sow good seeds, and I just don't be up here saying that. When I ask people from all over to sow seeds in our ministry, I received a check last week for $8,000. And we received one a few months ago for $25,000. If you want to give $8,000, you want to get $25,000, just learn to give what you got. Don't matter the size, the Lord looks at your heart. Whether you give $1 or 50 cents, as long as you give it from your heart, just learn to be a giver. And if the Lord knows you got a heart to give more, you know what he's going to do? He's going to open up a door in your life and give you an opportunity where you can give more. But you just do what you can do. Do what you can do in terms of your giving. I often say it don't have to be at Beulah. When I see a good ministry, I invested. Someone called me from Mississippi and gave me a $500 check from Mississippi. People are being blessed by these broadcasts and what we do all over the country. We got people that tune in and watch us. And for those who want to contribute again, sow seeds in the good soil, 3100 25th Street here in Tuscaloosa. For those who don't have a pastor and watching us by broadcast, I am your pastor. I am your pastor. I am. And I want to be your pastor. I can truly tell you that. But it is a time of giving. Don't let no one stop you from giving. And you might not give as much as you wanted to give, but learn to give something. And I always try to give a little bit more. It's not a matter of how much, it's a matter of the desire of your heart. And when you do it the Lord's way, He's going to open up wonders in your life. And He'll pour out blessings that you won't have room to receive. Let's learn to be a giver. So everybody in the house today ought to give something and give as much as you can give. The deacons will give us a prayer, and the ushers will lead us around.
Let us bow our head. Heavenly Father, we thank you for the time and all that we're about to receive. We pray a blessing for those who are going to give, especially blessing for those who have desire to give and have it not. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. We ask the ushers to lead the congregation from the rear and the choir will come around.
Amen. Amen. If you ever needed the Lord, you sure do. Right now. Right now, we're going to have an altar call for those who like to stand in place or those who can make their way to the altar. Pray for me, Carl. Yeah. Thank you, Lord.
I will lift up thine eyes unto the hills, from which cometh my help. My help come from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Lord, we come this hour with thanksgiving in our hearts. But Lord, while we come here this morning, we didn't come for no form of fashion, even though outside show to the unfriendly world. But Lord, we come now over imperceptible flow of full fountain. We realize this morning that you're God, and beside there's no other God.
Thank you now. Thank you for life, health, and strength. Thank you for going in and our coming out. And our lying down last night. Lord, you watched over till last night. How we summoned and we slept. But early, this morning, Jesus, you touched us with a pain of love.
You brought upon my mighty long way. You brought upon the rock of my cradle, upon this present moment. We realize it was your grace and your mercy that brought us this far. Oh Lord, let the crowd here in the morning, standing around the altar here. Somebody needs you this morning. Somebody let prayer last night. Somebody had a pew now. Stand in the road. I'm a man like a layer, put a barrel on the hall picture. Oh Lord, don't believe that's the man of God to pay over healing mountain. Just the candidate this morning who was baptized this morning. Oh Lord, don't leave us, Jesus. Don't leave us. If you leave us, we'll perish along the way. He's blessing that in thy son Jesus' name and for his sake. Let the heart say amen. Amen. Amen.
Let us pray. Oh, gracious and eternal God, and we look into the whole record. Lord, me down into the storehouse, hide me behind the old rugged cross. Bring back to my mind my memory of things, Lord, I studied so hard for all week long, Lord. And Lord, refresh me. Prick the hearts of men and women so we can receive the word from our country. And after the word go forth with bold conviction, the board forth with saving power. I ask all these blessings in the name of the risen Christ we pray. And then the church say amen. I always love that song. There's nothing like a father, but there's nothing like the love of a mother. And although your mother may not be here, she still prays. And for a lot of us, the reason we are here is because our mother prays. And for those who have living mothers, I don't care how you grown you are, your mother still praying. She's still praying for you. To all of the preach brothers today and all of you who make up this congregation again and to keep the Ash family in our prayers. For those who have the Bible, turn with me to the book of Luke. The book of Luke, Matthew, Mark, and Luke the third gospel. Book of Luke. When you get to Luke, go to the 11th chapter of Luke. And we thank so many of you who are here today. Thank you for coming out today, and all those who watching us around the country. The book of Luke, the 11th chapter. Again, as I often say, that at the end of the message today, I hope your heart is pricked. And your mind is made up that you want to serve God. In Luke 11, I'm going to begin reading at the 5th verse. Luke 11, the 5th verse. He said unto them, which of you shall have a friend and shall go unto him at midnight? Say unto him, friend, lend me 3 loaves. For a friend of mine in his journey is come to me, and I have nothing to set before him. And he from within shall answer and say, trouble me not, the door is shut, and my children are with me in bed. I cannot rise and give thee. I say unto you, though he will not rise and give him, because he is his friend, yet because of his importunity, he will rise and give him as many as he needed. Let me use for a subject quickly this Sunday afternoon, what a friend we have in Jesus. What a friend we have in Jesus. When one looks at the great book of Luke, it is the third of the synoptic gospel. Luke is a special person. And the Lord must have thought he was special because he is the only non-Jewish writer of the New Testament. We classify that and say he's the only Gentile writer of the New Testament. Luke is a favorite of preachers and pastors because Luke will present Jesus as the perfect man, a close companion of the great apostle by the name call when times are good, and we call when times are bad. Those are the kind of friends I want. We used to say, I want a friend who's going to stick with me through times of thick and thin. And that means in good and in bad. Luke joined the other gospel writers other than Mark and presents the birth of Christ, talks about the baptism of Christ. You see, a lot is not known about Christ from the ages of 1 to 12. You know he grew up around Nazareth, but from the age of 12 to 30, very little is known of him. Those 18 years are called the silent years. But we do know he grew in stature and he grew spiritually. After the baptism of Christ, he began his earthly ministry. He had 30 years of preparation for 3 years of service. So don't tell me preparation is not important. If one is to make it in life today, it got to be about preparation. Don't go by hook and crook and bamboozling. No more smoke and mirrors. One had to prepare himself. After the baptism, he would gather himself 12 men. He would call them disciples. The first year, all they would do would be taught and be trained. They had no authority and they had no power. Some folks don't need no authority. They sure don't need no power. They were to learn. And it was his job, Christ's job, to prove to the world, I'm more than the son of Joseph and Mary. I'm more than that. And everything he did was to increase those disciples' faith and to gain their respect. You see, people are not going to just give you respect. Muhammad Ali earned respect while he was in the boxing ring. Michael Jordan on the basketball court. Harriet Tubman with the underground ready work on. Some folks want to wake up and want you to give them respect. You got to earn respect. One brick at a time, one day at a time. After that first year with those disciples, Jesus continued on his ministry in and around Capernaum and around Galilee. And as he was walking out of the temple there was a man there who had been born blind since birth. And the disciples asked the question, Lord, who sinned? Did this man sin or did his parents sin? Jesus said, neither one sinned. He said, every time something happens to you, don't mean you don't sin. No. The book of Job let us know that bad things happen to good people. And sometimes the Lord puts you in positions and in situations where when he gets through with you, you're going to have a personal testimony. And your testimony is going to be nobody but you, Lord. Nobody but you. Or your testimony going to be, if it wasn't for the Lord on my side, Lord, tell me what would I do? But he said, neither sin, that God may be glorified. Sometimes the Lord doesn't hear our prayer because he knows we're going to be selfish with it. We're not going to give him the credit. But all good and perfect gifts come from above. And at the end, be God the glory. Pharisees was upset because he healed a man on the Sabbath day. You see, the Pharisees were the larger group of religious leaders. They considered themselves the experts in the Old Testament. They was in charge of the synagogues. And they believed a man could be saved through the law. But I got news for you. The only thing the law could do was point men to their sin. But it couldn't save men from their sin. So then you had the other group called the Sadducees. You see, the Sadducees were the smaller group. They were the aristocrats. They were the wealthy. They were the social butterflies. They didn't believe in angels, and they sure didn't believe in no death and resurrection. But the Pharisees and the Sadducees, although they were different, when it came down to opposing Christ, they all came together. But Jesus warned them disciples about them Pharisees and the Sadducees, them self-righteous folks, holier than thou folks. Oh, some of them Pharisees still living. Some of them Pharisees, when they want me to go to the movie and see Bad Boys. Holier than thou. Jesus told those disciples, let me tell you something. They going around saying they are the chief shepherds. And they the one that's going to feed you. They the one that's over the Jews. He said, but all they're doing is they're not feeding the flock, they're fleecing the flock. They're not giving to you, they're taking from you. He said they didn't come through the right door. Those that don't come through the right door, they coming through another door. If they come through another door, they ain't nothing but thieves and robbers. Jesus said, I am the door. And those come through this door, they shall be saved. And they'll find green pastures. They go around saying they're the shepherd. He said, but I am the shepherd. And I lay down my life for my sheep. And the sheep knows my voice. And a stranger, Lord have mercy. And a stranger, they will not follow. He said, the Lord loves me because I lay down my life for my sheep. In fact, he said, I got the power. I got the power to lay it down. But I also got the power to pick it back up again. Pharisees, they didn't like that. Jesus decided we're going to move on. I need to go on over into Jerusalem. There were two ways you could go to Jerusalem. You could go through Samaria, or you could go the long way around. The long way around is when you go down east of the Jordan, cross over the Jordan River, go up through the mountains, go down through Perea, back go your way into Jericho, and then come into Jerusalem. But Jesus decided he wasn't going that way. I'm going to send James and John right through Samaria. But when they got there, the Samaritans wouldn't let them come. See, the Jews and the Samaritans didn't get along. The Jews called the Samaritans a mixed race of people. James and John got mad. And they ran back to Christ and said, Christ, they won't let us pass through. What we need to do, we need to call down fire from heaven. Just like Pastor Ball Elijah did. We need to burn them up. Jesus is holy. He said, I didn't come to destroy men's life. I came to save men's life. The disciples above us now. of man is this? What kind of man is this? When people hating us, he tells us to love them. What kind of man is this? When they hit us on one cheek, he tells us to turn the other cheek. What kind of man is this? When we take the traveler's bag 1 mile, he tells us to take it 2 miles. What kind of man is this? When we offer to give him our coat, he turns around and says, you can have our coat also. What kind of man is this? Disciples have studied the life of Christ. What's different about him than us? They think it must be his prayer life. But Jesus had a strong prayer life. And although the Jews prayed 3 times a day, they prayed at the 3rd hour, the 6th hour, and the 9th hour. But they didn't have no power in the prayer. You see, you got on your knees and holler all day long. Jesus had a strong prayer life. He prayed for his disciples. Taught them how to pray. But he never prayed with them. You got to devote some time by yourself to the Lord. Sometimes you got to learn how to steal away. Leave your cell phone downstairs. Leave it in another room. Cut off the radio. Cut off the TV. Give the Lord some time, quiet time, meditation time to get you in the Lord. So like when you do it that way, you will find yourself getting stronger. You see, lip prayer equals lip power. But much prayer equals much power. So what those disciples decided to do, they asked Christ and said, Lord, teach us to pray. And they said, teach us how to pray, but teach us to pray. Jesus decided to tell them, he said, when you pray, say, Abba, Father. All right. Abba, Father, which art in heaven. And the hallmark of that prayer, which is a little different from the Lord's Prayer that's in Matthew, will be forgiveness. If you want the Lord to forgive you, you got to learn how to forgive other folks. Some of us are going around holding some grudges, some things that happened many, many years ago. And it's eating you up inside. And the other person is going on with their life. You better let some of that stuff go. Let go and get God in your life. Give us. We want the Lord to forgive us. Lord have mercy. We got to learn how to forgive us. But while he had their attention about prayer, he decided I'm going to carry this on. And not only am I going to teach them to pray, but I want them to also understand that the Lord will answer a sincere prayer. Therefore, he decided to give them a parable. And a parable is nothing but an earthly story with a heavenly meaning. Jesus started out by saying, which one of you would have a friend that comes to you at midnight? And you go to your friend's house and ask him for 3 loaves of bread. And you explain to him that I had a weary travel and I have no bread to give him. is asleep. And the door is locked. But he said, but the man gets up. And he gives the man more than what he needs. But he explains to him that he does not do it because he is his friend, but he does it because of importunity. When one really looks at this story today, Jesus paints a picture, Brian, of life in first century. You see, in first century, people lived together in small communities. And very rarely, because of the danger, would one travel at night. But on this particular occasion, a lonely traveler came in around the midnight hour. And he came to this person's house, his friend. The friend didn't have any bread to serve him. Not sometimes, but always bread is served in first century. Sometimes the bread is used as a fork, the bread will be used as a spoon, or sometimes be used as a bowl. But he figured out that he didn't have any bread. In the first century, there was a small neighborhood and it had community ovens. But he realized one of his friends had some fresh bread. And although it was the midnight hour, he decided, I'm going to my friend's house. And I'm going to ask him for 3 loaves of bread. And when he gets there, he begins to knock on the door. You see, in first century, the house just had one room. That room served as a living room. It served as the dining room. It served as the kitchen. And at nighttime, it served as the bedroom. So the man was inside and he was asleep. And when his friend began to knock on the door, he told him first to go away. He said, my door is locked. My family is asleep. And I'm not getting up to open the door. You see, to get up to give him some bread, he'd have to get up out of the bed, crawl over his family, go and light the lantern, go find the bread, then open the door, and then ask them to come in. He decided, I'm not going to do all that. But the man kept on knocking. And he kept on knocking. So Jesus and the man finally, he decided to get up out of the bed and go and give the man some bread. And not only did he give him 3 loaves, but he gave the man all that he needed. But Jesus didn't stop it right there. He said, but the reason the man gave him what he needed was not because he was his friend, but because of importunity. And importunity means he kept on knocking. Importunity means he was persistent. Well, who want to think about this story? This was a man that would not give up. This man was decided, he had decided, I'm not going to throw in the towel. He decided, I'm not going to quit. Sometimes we quit too soon. Sometimes we don't have perseverance. Sometimes we give up on hope. I'm reminded of a speech that Theodore Roosevelt gave at the turn of the century. He had been touring northern Africa, and he stopped in there in Arabia, and he gave a speech there. And the speech was entitled, A Man in the Arena. And in that speech, he let it be known that it's not the critic that counts, or the man that talks about how the strong man could have done it better. How the doer of the deeds could talk about how he could do it better. But the credit belongs to the man in the arena. The man whose face is marred with blood, sweat, and tears. The man who gets knocked down over and over again, but he gets back up and keeps trying again. He realized there is no effort without error. And at the end of the day, when he stands in the circle, he won't be included with those who never know what it's like to be a winner, but also how to suffer defeat. In other words, what Roosevelt was really saying is not how many times you get knocked down, but it's how many times you have the perseverance, how many times you have the persistence to get back up. You see, when you get knocked down, let them knock you down on your back so you can see your way back up. The Bible says, so a man thinketh, so is he. The preacher say those who can, men who say he can and those who say he cannot, both are used alike. But the Bible says all things are possible if you can only believe. But when I really began to look at the story, the Bible says it was a man that came at midnight. I want to let you know something today, that midnight is not a time of day. And midnight is not a time of hour. It's not a time of the night. But midnight is a period in your life. Midnight is a period when it seems hopeless, when it seems helpless, when your friends are few and your help is failing too. That's midnight in your life. But Jesus wanted them to know that there is a man, and they call him a midnight rider. When you look at this great parable, you see the man knocking at the door. He represents me and you. The man on the inside of the door. He represents he who watches over you. But that knock on the door, I said that knock on the door, it represents your petition. It represents your request. It represents your prayer to the Lord. And all you need to do is learn how to call on his special line. You got a special line. I'm not talking about any kind of line. I'm not talking about the mobile line. I'm not talking about AT&T. I'm not talking about Boost Mobile. I'm not talking about T-Mobile. I'm not talking about Cricket. I'm not talking about Verizon. Can you hear me now? I'm not morning. He said, God answer prayer. When I read my Bible, it lets me know Matthew Henry said, he'll answer prayer. When I look at my commentary, it lets me know Dr. Lulu said, he'll answer prayer. When I read my commentary, it lets me know Dr. Lightfoot said, he'll answer prayer. But the reason I know, the reason I know he'll answer prayer, I tried the man. I tried him. I tried the man for myself. I don't need Dr. Beulah. I don't need Dr. Beulah. I don't need Dr. Lightfoot. I know the man of myself. Anybody here know my Jesus? Yeah. Come on now, Lord. When I read my Bible, Matthew called him Lord. Mark called him Master. John said, I am. But when I read Dr. Luke calls him, he calls him my friend. What a friend we have in Jesus. What a friend and free to bear. Oh, because we do not carry what's something. But yeah, everything. Anybody here hasn't tried it? Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Won't the Lord? Won't he answer? I'll get to a prayer. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord for all your blessings. I'm going to the seat right now. I'm feeling pretty good right now. I like this feeling. I say, I like this feeling. Somebody here, you've been praying, and you've been praying. I got news for you. Just pray on my time. Somebody here, you've been praying, and you've been praying. I got news for you. If you can just hold out, if you can just hold out, if you can just hold out, and give the Father, just keep the faith through the night. If you can just hold out, just a little while over. If you can just hold out, a little while over. Everything. I say everything. I say everything. At midnight, a lot of good things happened at midnight. The children of Israel, they got out of Egypt. It was at midnight. Paul and Silas, freed from a Beulah jail. It was at midnight. There's a bird in South America called a nightingale. And that bird does its best singing in the middle of the night. If you go into the middle of the night, you got to learn how to sing. I sing because I'm happy. And I sing because I'm weak. You got to sing when times are good. And you got to sing when times are bad. A prayer tonight is not a prayer tonight. Your blessing is on the way. You can go ahead and thank the Lord. You can go ahead and thank the Lord for what He's about to do. You can thank the Lord for what He's about to do. He's about to do in your life. He has. I say He has done great things in my life. And we give
The church is now open. Amen. This friend was consistent and he kept on knocking. But I hear another knock. That Jesus is knocking at the door of your heart. He said, if any man open up, he said, I will come in. And he said, I will sup with him. He will break this spirit of fear. He will break that spirit of shame and what your neighbors might say. That sup is that I will give you an easy start. But all you have to do is just open up and just come. When you come, while the blood gets running warm in your veins, don't put off the date for tomorrow. So I promise you that tomorrow could be a little bit too late. If you open up your heart today, he will come in. He's not going to break in. Or he's not going to pry or push his way in. One thing about Jesus, he is not looking for your ability. But he's looking today for someone that will make themselves available. And I promise you, if you open up, he will give you the ability. Amen. May God bless you. And may God keep you. Amen. It's my prayers.
Maybe it's being a life right now. There's someone here that needs to give their life to Christ. Somebody here needs to give their life to Christ. There's somebody here don't have a church home. It's too dangerous to be out here not to have a church home. You don't have a cover. Somebody don't have a church home. Lord is preaching your heart, telling you to get out of go see the Lord down his eye. Somebody need to be obedient to the great command. Somebody need to give their life to Christ. There's somebody else in the house today. There's somebody else in the house right now. The Lord is preaching your heart. He wants you to come. You don't have a church home? You've been all over town. This is your opportunity. It's your opportunity. Somebody else here need to give their life to Christ. Don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed. Be obedient to the Lord. Look in your heart right now. Somebody else need to come. You've been out of church. You don't even have a church home. This is your opportunity right now to come. I would leave. I would not leave. Somebody needs to come right now. Oh, I thank you, Lord. Somebody needs to come right now. While the blood still runs warm. I know you might be saying we'll do it next Sunday. I promise to you. This afternoon is not promised to you. You need to come right now. Will you come? Will you come? Will you come? Will you come? Somebody else need to come right now. Somebody need to give their life to Christ. If you don't have Christ as your Savior, He's right there standing at the door of your heart. You come. We preach for one reason, for people to be saved. Will you come? Somebody needs to get a good church home. Will you come? I wouldn't sit there. Look at your heart. young ladies, we get through today, y'all, we heard the woman, we don't ask them about us. That's all. That's your baby? Young boy, good. You're looking young boy, too. You're right with bringing babies with you. Amen. Come to the right place. God bless you. I want to be your pastor. I will be your pastor. Amen. Whatever pastor says. Thank you for coming. Amen. Amen.
We have Marvin Carson. He's coming up visiting here.
Detroit, Michigan. We get a lot of folks in Detroit, Michigan. All right? That's all right. Let me tell you something to you. When the Lord gives you a heart, he'll make you cry. He'll make you cry. Some of y'all don't understand that. He's not here to sadness. He's a tear of joy. Nothing wrong with crying for the Lord. I'm crying right on the inside. As soon as you're outside. Now I would say there's more joy. Praise God in Detroit, Michigan. Praise God in Tuscany, Alabama. Yes, I love about it. Yeah. All right. That's all right. It's not all of you. Y'all can call the help and see some information from me. Young brothers, go with it. Go with it. Go with it. Get it. Yeah. Thank you all so much for coming today. And everything. Thank you for coming. Bring somebody with you next Sunday. Regardless of what you're going through, remember you got a friend in Jesus. Regardless of what you're going through, remember that the Lord will answer a sincere prayer. He will do it. Let us stand. Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you again for this day and all that things and blessings for being our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Now, Lord, we're about to leave this place, but never out of thy presence. Go with us down these dangerous highways and byways and airways and trailways. And when we get to our many destinations around the city, around the state, and around the nation, we'll look into the heavens and give you some thanks for a safe and for a sure journey. We ask all these blessings in the mighty name of Jesus we pray. And let the church say amen. Amen.
Christ today.